This is going to be for the sign of Gemini for June 2019. If you are a Gemini that was born in June, happy birthday, like a day early, unless this comes out tomorrow. So we have a couple of new moons coming up in June. We have Mercury retrograde coming up sometime in June. We have a full moon on the 17th of June. And the new moon is on my birthday. If the new moon is on your birthday as well, I'm going to tell you right now, as a Gemini, even if it's not on your birthday, okay? This goes for all of us. Actually goes for all signs, but it really goes for us. Make sure you set your intentions on what it is that you want before June 3rd. Because the likelihood of you getting it, what it is that you want, is really high. As long as you have learned those lessons, walked away from toxic situations, learned from the tower moments, and listened to your inner calling. I can't stress that enough. From the 3rd to the 17th, and even now, a lot of us are going through a very push and pull, tug type of energy. We're not feeling ourselves. A lot of us are actually being kind of quiet, keeping to ourselves. Because we know that this is going to be happening. This is the Magician. This is manifesting the things that you want in your life. Okay? With our reading this month, what I'm going to do is basically tell a story in true Gemini fashion. So, the things that make us fight with ourselves. What are those things that make us fight with ourselves, that keep us from manifesting? You know the answer for your own personal life. What can we do instead of fighting with ourselves? What can Gemini... Okay. Six of Swords, Two of Cups. Move away from turbulent waters and away from a possible connection that you feel to stop fighting with yourself. Or redefine what this relationship, partnership, etc. means to you. What does it mean to you now that it has changed? Look at it from a different perspective. You have the knowledge, now apply the wisdom. Tap into some Sag energy. Okay? The Hermit card is the card of Virgo. The Hermit always shines the light on things, okay? The Hermit asks us to step back and look at things from a different perspective. Followed by the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a crossroads card, basically, where we know we have a decision to make. We know that in order to move forward with our lives and take some sort of action, this decision has to be made. But a lot of us are fighting with ourselves over it. Why we're fighting with ourselves over it? Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this could deal with friendship. This could deal with something that King of Wands, you're very passionate about. You're very passionate about a friendship. Let's clarify that. The Two of Wands also indicates travel, and it can also indicate moving. So some of you might be moving, or looking at moving, or trying to make a decision about moving. Okay? The King of Wands and the Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Wands. Forward movement, victory, holding your head high, but not letting your ego get in the way while you're doing the head held high thing. It's a turnaround full circle. Letting go of burdens. The other thing that I'm really noticing here is so far across the board, I'm seeing a lot of fire energy. Fire energy is movement, it's action, it's passion, it's doing things, getting things done. Okay, so why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why are some Geminis burdened? Why are some Geminis burdened? Okay, we have the King of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the King of Cups, this talks about being in touch with your emotions, or else not being in touch with your emotions. Okay? This talks about intuitively knowing things sometimes. It also talks about occasionally Neptunian energy, which can deal with illusions, and it can also deal with drinking too much, using drugs, and basically doing things to numb any type of pain that you might be feeling instead of working on the things that you need to work on within yourself. Okay, so that might be why the Ten of Wands is here. Okay? Followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles talks about hard work. It talks about using your hands to work. It also can talk about occasionally going back to school, or some sort of schooling, learning something new. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this can talk about a new beginning in a job. But what I'm feeling from this card right here, especially with it clarifying the Ten of Wands, is a new way of finding stability within yourself is what you're looking at, or what you need to look at, to try to figure out how to not feel such a heavy burden. I mean, look at that horse. That horse looks like it's about ready to fall over. It looks like it has been ridden for 10,000 miles with no food and no water, and it can't take no more. Whew. Okay. So I'm going to take all this. Now, energy is fluid. All of this energy right here could be present energy. For some of you, it could be past energy. If it's present energy, correct judgment is needed, as well as not fearing the judgment of what others might have to say about what you're doing. Being honest with yourself more than anything else, but also being honest with other people. Okay, so let's go into some future energies for us. Okay? Let's look at what we might be manifesting. Okay? We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is usually somebody who is single. This is somebody who is stable. This is somebody who doesn't have the same level of abundance as, say, the Empress, but this is like a pre-Empress card. Okay? This is somebody who is working on themselves. This is somebody who could own their own business, could be working on their own business, could be looking at trying to put away money for their own retirement, for like some sort of like nest egg type thing. This could also be somebody who is working within themselves on their stability. Okay, especially if you go from the Eight of Pentacles in terms of stability to the Nine of Pentacles, it means you're moving forward. Okay, what else could Gemini be manifesting? If Gemini gets past all of this fire energy, fighting with themselves, making the choices that they need to make, not feeling burdened, not... King of Wands can also represent player-like energy. So, what can Gemini get to? Okay. Seven of Swords. There goes my dog again. Seven of Swords. So my dog's telling you, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to other people. Make the choice. The Two of Wands came out again. Okay? So, make sure you're not lying to yourself. Make sure you're not lying to other people. Make sure you're not doing the things that will prevent you from manifesting what it is that you want in your life. Make sure that you've learned the lessons of Saturn. Make sure that you're not in toxic situations. That if you have any type of addictions, you realize them, and if they're bad enough and you want help and you're ready for help, you go get help. And then you'll manifest. You'll manifest what it is that you want in your life. Okay. So what can Gemini manifest? Because now we're just repeating cards. They can manifest walking away. Again, we're repeating cards. But let's keep going. Because why not? Right? The Chariot. The Chariot talks about Cancerian energy. Okay? The moon. Don't forget that moon. The new moon is going to be in Gemini on June 3rd. The moon changes signs every 2 days, which means that either on the 4th or the 5th, it's going to move to Cancer. Okay? The Chariot talks about balance. The Chariot talks about connection with Source, with God, with the universe. It depends on what your belief system is. The next card that came out was the Justice card, the card of Libra. Okay? The card of Karma. Let's see why Justice came out. Why is Justice out? Why is Justice out? Why did Justice come out? Okay. Change the question. What can Gemini do about karma? What can Gemini do about karma? The Hermit. Again, Virgo energy. Okay? So what you can do is take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. And I believe this came out before, somewhere. Maybe? Where? Yep. Right here. Look at it from a different perspective. I'm able to do this thing where I'm able to remove myself from the situation and look at it as if I was not in it. From a very logical standpoint, from a very analytical standpoint, Virgos are also ruled by Mercury, just like we are. If you're able to do that, try to do that. Okay? Why is the Chariot here? Why is the Chariot here? Why is the Chariot here? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups talks about emotionally walking away from something that Maybe you don't want to. If you notice in this card and in every single deck that I own, the cups are not spilled. There's a reason for that. When you walk away in the Eight of Cups style, you do it because you have to. You do it because there's something better for you around the corner. And those cups aren't fulfilling you anymore. But that doesn't mean that those cups aren't still there. It doesn't mean that you don't still feel something. The Lovers. The card of Gemini. Okay, so you might still feel something towards somebody, but it's almost like you need to transmute what it is. Okay, something just flipped out. That you're feeling. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Okay, what's Seven of Cups mean? Why do you still feel this way about this person? Oh, stuck in your head and feeling bound and bonded and not knowing how to get out of your head, out of your heart, all of those things. Sometimes the Seven of Cups talks about illusions. Not being able to see past the fog. It also talks about choices. So, what are your choices now? How do you move forward? How do you get out of this eight, and into this eight? How do you get out of this illusion? This habit of making wrong choices. It could even be habit of, because Seven of Cups is also Neptunian energy. This habit of self-destruction. How do you get out of that? You walk away. Okay? You work on yourself. You continue to work on yourself. You learn the lessons of Saturn. You stay out of toxicity, or you'll be stuck here. And Saturn will continuously give you lesson after lesson, after lesson, after lesson, after lesson, until that karmic wheel that you are spinning around in till you chose to get off of it, really. Okay? Once you choose to get off of that karmic wheel, you can manifest into your life whatever you want. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you're going to be a millionaire, whatever you want. I'm saying the things that really from your heart are coming from your heart, stability, moving on, the knowledge of both sides of self, understanding the dark side of yourself, understanding the light side of yourself. And I say those terms very loosely as a Gemini, okay? Without light, we can't have dark. Without dark, we can't have light. Dark does not mean evil. It does not even mean negative. It's just a different aspect to us. You cannot have one without the other. Okay? So it's kind of like once you learn the lessons of Saturn, and I'm surprised some Pluto cards haven't shown up too, honestly, because they're both retrograde. You are able, and especially this month, you're able to manifest into your life whatever it is that you're showing the universe that you really, really want. Okay? As long as you're honest with yourself, you make choices, you look at things from the correct perspective, you don't fight with yourself, you work on yourself, you find balance, get off the wheel of karma, get out of toxic situations, get out of your own bonds, feelings of being bound and not knowing how to move forward and not wanting to move backwards, but not knowing where to go. Out of your mental fog, out of your self-destructive habits, out of your need to have one too many choices just in case one falls through. Out of player energy, out of feeling burdened, out of worrying about how other people are going to view you. This happens. This is also the card of Gemini, besides the Lovers. Okay? And again, in June, the alignments astrologically can make this happen. I cannot stress that enough. It can make it happen as long as you do all of those things that I just said. Okay? I think story time is over for right now. I've been rambling on for almost a half an hour. Happy birthday, guys. And I will see you either later this month or next month. Thanks. Bye.